Why'd you guys decide to start the tour here?
Why not?
Well, we're actually finishing a tour in England. Because Europe is always forgotten.
Say that question again?
Why did you guys decide to start the tour here?
Start the tour in Europe? Because when you put an album out in the States, they make you wait like a few months until the album starts happening. Instead of sitting home, you know, cutting the grass and doing stuff like that, I feel like come over here. See, here it's different in Europe. The album's hot as soon as it comes out. It's the opposite of the States.
Album politics.
It's like 3 months after it's released, your album's over with. In the States, it's just starting to happen. So you got to come here first.
At the same time, well, at the same time also, it's like once you get going in the States, it's such a bigger place that Europe always seems to be forgotten, and Europe has always been a vital point in our career. It's where we started out. It's where they gave us the first break before we even were known in the New York area. So this is our third headliner tour in Europe, and it's been it's great. I love Europe. Fans are great. They're very dedicated to us. And we want to keep that relationship going.
But this year, I mean, coming over here, you get the opportunity to play such long sets as in comparison to home. You have a 2-hour set here.
No, we could do it as long as we wanted, huh?
Yeah,
well,
once
start the show earlier. See, over here, you don't have the union stuff. You know, they don't tell you, hey, you guys can't play for 2.5 hours because then you're gonna pay $20,000 in union fees. Whereas at home, they tell you before you go on, you got to be off stage at this time, otherwise you're going to be charged like 20 grand, you know. And yeah, some people can afford to say like, yeah, we're going to play, you know. So you got to start the show earlier. But what happens when you start the show earlier is you got to cut the opening band's time, and it's all this. You know, it's a little more complicated. Here, they don't care. It's just go ahead. You know?
So when we play the Meadowlands, we're going to start the show at 5:30 next time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a great way to get a, not actually showcase, but get to do a lot of things. You get to do your solo that you actually wrote on the record, the long.
Well, that song, Blue Money, is not really a solo. It's a song on the record. You know, that was the main reason of making sure it was on the record, so that I can actually have my own spot and not be like, you know, not have everybody go, oh no, guitar solo, let me go get a drink, or, you know, let me go take a leak. It's like, you know, and even the girls who don't know anything about guitar will sit there and watch it because, hey, yeah, that's that song on the record, just like any other song, except he's not singing.
Did you write that for Stevie Ray Vaughan or around that time, or?
Oh, it was written, well, it's a blues, so you don't really write it, but it was, I was planning on doing an instrumental, and I remember I had a day off. He wasn't coming over to the apartment because I had to work on an instrumental anyway.
I was working on my tan, which I lost.
And then, you know, that morning I heard he died, and I was just so blown away. I was just, you know, and the radio was just playing all his songs, and obviously they were playing all the slow stuff, so it just got me in that mood. I just said, I got to do this, you know.
Well, something I was curious about in getting in terms of music. A lot of the stuff that you write and that you come up with is so different from an actual visual personality. You have this Joe Cool character happening with the sarcastic comments all the time, yet the solos that you come up with are actually filled with quite a bit of emotion.
Thanks.
He's very sensitive.
Well, it's, you know, I got to think of melody all the time, otherwise it's not good to me, you know, so it doesn't matter. I could be into, you know, in a pissed off mood and just dress in black or whatever. It just doesn't matter what the personality is, because musically it's always a melody. So it's not like I'm a dark person, so everything is dark.
In terms of having a 2-hour set, is there anything in there that's a favorite that you guys like playing?
It's a favorite. Which one do you like the most?
I like playing She's Got Everything.
Then I will too.
She's got everything. Not everything. She's got everything. So, yeah. It's a fun group. There's a little part where it breaks down, and James and I get to play together for about 8 measures. And it's cool. We get to, just kick back and groove, man.
With 2 hours, didn't your arms get tired? Do you work out in the daytime or anything to keep your
He's
heart or your
constantly
lungs?
working out this
I
one.
work out on my pillow.
Yeah.
It's great. No, I don't do anything. I just play the drums. That's my workout.
So no different in terms of physical
Here's the
training
trick.
from 2
Go
hours
see
to...
a band on the first day and watch them suffer, and then 3 days later, you build up enough stamina to actually make it.
Yeah, it's just a question of pacing.
So the first couple of shows were killers.
Oh, every time, yeah. You end up walking out like Quasimodo. Going, oh, it was a good set, wasn't it? Yeah. Be better tomorrow. I'm just gonna go in the tub for a while.
You don't train before you come out on the road?
No.
You know, I used to do that, and every time I get out, I get sick as a dog just because I'd wear my body down to nothing. So it's just like the show was enough. It's enough.
Zionist rock and roll. Whoa, shit. Whoa, all you need is rock and roll.
Going out in the street, looking to the right and the car comes from the left. Well, of course, we're only talking about the UK. That could be a fatal difference,
Well, the French, man, they love to put cream sauces on everything. You know what that does to your stomach with those rich cream sauces? I could just imagine if Napoleon won the war, all of Europe would be covered in this big, rich cream sauce.
I think it's quite intriguing being in Europe because there's so much more culture. And there is more to rock and roll than just 7-Elevens and Denny's and 24-hour room service. I mean, you ever seen a castle in America?
So give me the